What do you do when you've got all these photos? So many photos from one trip and you don't know where to start. So I have to probably work chronologically because everything else is too hard. So when I decided to print all these out, I obviously had an idea in mind of what I wanted to do. I don't know what I was thinking. I've printed way too many, but these photos are now wasted. If I was printing them now, I'd do a lot more 3x4s, but these are all 6x4s. So rather than wasting photos, it's silly reprinting photos I've already got here. I'm just going to work with what I've got, pop them into pages, occasionally do a spread, and I may jump on and show you some pages that I can get done. Okay, so I've decided I needed to cull my photos. And I decided I'd put them in an album much like this one that I've done in the past, which is our trip to Phuket. So as you can see, it's just an old creative memories album where it's got 3 landscapes, 2 portraits, much like Design G. So that's what I've gone with. So that was the plan. I culled, put photos in. I decided I didn't need to use them all, which I wanted to, but it really was overkill. These are the ones I'm not using. Huge stack that I'm not using. And in the process, I have gone and put hundreds in here. Let's move this along. So I spent a bit of time last night just popping photos in their slots. Some of them are going to be landscapes that I'll need to cut, landscapes I'll need to cut to fit into the portrait sleeve. But as you can see, I've done that the whole way through. That's where I'm up to. I need one more insert to stick in to finish this off, but I'm going to flip through, pick a page to do with you, and then I'm going to get a lot of it done in my free time. Okay, so this is the page I've decided to work on. So it's when we landed in Hawaii. This is going back to 2016, I think we travelled there. So I obviously haven't done the album. Lots of photos, culled them down. This is the arrival, jet lag, jumping on a hop-on, hop-off bus. So I've picked out some papers. And I've got a 2017. And it's nautical mile. And I know like this wasn't a cruise we're on, but the colours matched. So I was happy. I pulled out this, ties in with the palm trees. This one which says, may you always have salt in your hair, a shell in your pocket and sand between your toes. This one just to mount some of the photos on, and then a cut apart sheet, see if I can use that somehow. So that's where I'm starting. This square in the middle on these albums are slightly bigger than a 4x6. I think the bottom and top are they're actually 4 inches tall, but a bit bigger than 6 inches, but I'll play it by ear and see whether I actually fill those in or not as I go. I apologise for the glare up here. I'm trying to do something about it, but I just can't seem to fix it with the positions of my lights in this room. So let's get started. I'm going to just start cutting some out. I think I'm going to pop that one there. So that one's pretty much complete. It needs journaling, but I tend to journal all at once, do a big sheet of journaling, cut it up in strips and pop it on. So I'm not going to take the time now. When I do add journaling, I'll just add little bits on the actual photos. That's it for that page. We might flick around and see there's another page I can do while I'm at it. So the next page I've decided to look at is actually the front page, the very first page. I found this in a 6x6 Kaisercraft paper pad. I cut down the 6x4, what was left of it. There was only a handful of small words that were complete, so I've cut those out. I've popped those on as I want, so now I just need to find a paper to behind, and then I'll get this page sorted too. Okay, it took a while, as you can imagine, because not many things have blue and orange on it. So this doesn't have blue and orange. This actually is just about moons, and it's more, my story here is that we left early in the morning and we arrived early in the morning because we were traveling back in time. So we left at 4 o'clock in the morning and we arrived early morning into Hawaii. So I'm going to go with that. I'll cut this paper down, pop little strips on the sides of these, mount these two photos, and I may even cut that a fraction to mount, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll see how it looks. Okay, so that's where we're staying. I think I'm pretty happy with that. It's not the best, but it'll do. Just try and tilt the camera a bit so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so I've sped this up now. Some of it's really, really fast. I think this is 20 times, and then we'll drop down to 8 times speed. So I've just picked out 2 basic polka dot prints. Nothing special about them except that just that the colour kind of matches. I'm putting little edge trims on the 4x6 landscape photos that are in the 4x6 pockets, or slightly bigger pockets, and then the 2 middle ones will get a different colour. They'll get the navy blue behind them. And I'm planning on making a flip in the middle, so I've never made a flip in one of these albums before. As you can tell, like, obviously I'm not adding much embellishments in this album because the photos are so busy. There's so much going on that I really don't need to. There's going to be journaling, there'll be maybe some titles added later, but all that will come later. And because I'll do it all as kind of like a big project, I don't want to do it just on one page and it not match later. So here I've just made a little tab. So all I've done is I've just used some basic tape just to tape it down on the left hand side so it's in line with the photo. I'll peel off my backing and then I'll find there was another photo hiding underneath, which is annoying. But lucky I've got that empty spot in the top right corner, so I'll pop that up there, trim it down a bit. I apologise that this is so much off the screen. I've had trouble getting something to actually mount my camera with to record, and I had a timeline to get this done, so I just thought get something done for now, and then we'll work on how we can actually improve the recording for future. So that's just another photo done. Then we've got the bottom right one to do, and this is going to use the navy as well because I think just having 3 spots where I've got the navy just is a bit nicer. So I'll have it under that middle one that's got the flip. I'll have it under this one, and I'll have it under the one on the left there that's got the information about the blue line trolley system, so, and where the stops were, that type of thing. So I just included stuff like that because it's handy to read that in the future to see where it stopped. Then it'll also help me guide my journaling as well, because I did kind of document, but it is 5 years ago now, and I've forgotten a little bit of where we went and where we stopped. So it's why it's important to journal in the moment. I wish I had. So thanks for joining me today finishing this album. I have done a few more pages. If I get a chance, I'll try and throw some pictures in at the end. Don't forget to check out the other ladies joining into this YouTube hop. This month's theme being travel. I don't think I said that at the start. My apologies. And next month we'll be back again. So make sure you click subscribe so you can see what we've got coming up in the future. Thanks for watching. Just a heads up, I threw one more photo in at the end because I got another one done before I loaded this video up. So thanks again. See ya.